Okay, back straight away. So the graphics cards, yes, there's nothing kind of to brag about really. Nice cards, functional, works fine. Obviously using the SLI connector there, or SLI bridge, whatever you want to call it, and also using obviously the Aqua Computer Twin Connect SLI water cooling connection to join both cards together. Really like that look of that product. And as you know, obviously I'm using also the blocks from Aqua Tuning on my cards, which are actually for GTX 680, but because the GTX 670 for the win are the same or using the same PCB as 680s, these blocks fit on perfectly fine. And I have to say I'm really pleased with blocks. The temperatures, I think under, well, I haven't really checked it, maybe under the mega heavy loads, with very demanding games, maybe like Metro or something like that. But when I was playing Borderlands 2, the temperatures, well, I was, at one point I was monitoring temperatures, and I think the hottest they ever got was like 36 degrees under load, so I think that's pretty awesome. So the cooling is really good. Then moving next on, there's obviously that Asus DX sound card I got there underneath. You kind of cannot see it really, maybe, but there it is. Yep. Yes, again, pretty. There's the backplate, by the way, for it. A really good sound card. I really like it. Nothing major, obviously. There is no bells and whistles really to brag about, but it's functional, fairly cost efficient. I cannot remember really. It's probably about what, like 70-80 pounds they are now. So yeah, not gonna break your bank, but adds a better sound to your computer. Then moving on, obviously the power supply at the bottom, AJAX 850 from Corsair. The reason I went for that power supply, I think I mentioned it already in my excuse me, either the my current build thread on AV forums, or maybe it was my old one. Well, it actually was reported at the time it was released that it's able to pull actually over 1000 watts, so it's really underrated. So it pulls more than it's advertised. So I thought, well, 850 as such is probably just about right for my build, or it was at the time. I was kind of worried when I was starting to build this one, because I never, but at the time I was buying this power supply, I was never considering going SLI, which was kind of the last minute decision, and I was worried whether that power supply will be able to cope with everything. But then I looked up some further details, all the nitty gritty, and I think that 850 is quite fine as it is. But as I said, if it is really pulling more than it's advertised, as reported from some reviews, then I'm more than enough. It's more than enough. So and so far I haven't had any issues with it whatsoever. So pretty pleased. Then obviously that 140 Alpha Cool rad at the bottom there. It was a really hard work there, and there's also the pump hidden there. I haven't taken off the front panel on the computer or in the case, so it's hard to see it because it's all dark there, but it's sitting there. So this part here probably was the most difficult part of my water cooling, because I had to join I had to join basically tubing on the pump and kind of the other end of the rad before I fit it in, and I had to kind of move everything in, slide everything in with all the tubing attached and tighten up. So it has to go kind of pump, and that rad had to go in as a one piece, and it was just really difficult to get everything in and tighten up and everything. But I never gave up, and I succeeded. I got there. but as I was saying, it was crazy. So that's kind of it, guys, I think. So I think I have covered most of the things that are in my computer at the moment. So what I'll do is I'll cut this video now, and I'll come back and do another video, and I'll quickly kind of tell you, or summarize my build, and also tell you about my future plans on my build. Okay, thank you guys.